Aditi Nerurkar, she's a physician at Harvard Medical School. Doctor, good to have you with us. So we've already seen some schools switch to remote learning because of COVID outbreaks. So what if a vaccine does get approved for younger kids as soon as this fall? How could that change the impact of the pandemic in the classroom?
You know, especially with the winter months coming, Joe, this news is a very welcome piece of news that we may see. So we're thinking that early November at the earliest for children ages 5 to 12, we will still need to continue frontline protection, which includes masking, good ventilation and testing, and making sure that all the adults around children are vaccinated as well.
Let's talk about the never-ending issue of booster shots. We've heard studies supporting them. Those also saying now is not the time, with 2 FDA experts saying boosters are not needed right now. So what does this mean for the millions of Americans who are fully vaccinated and wondering what to do? What's your advice to them?
You know, that Lancet piece is a confusing paper, and the purpose of the paper was really to promote global vaccine equity, which is really important. It's a large group of scientists from around the world, 2 of whom, like you mentioned, are FDA officials who have recently resigned. We have new data from Israel, which should be published in the next couple of days, which shows that boosters are important and efficacious for people over the age of 60 to help with preventing severe illness and breakthrough infections. So that will be published right in time for the FDA meeting this Friday.
Dr. Nerurkar, while we have you, I want to ask you about Cuba, which is now the first country in the world to vaccinate kids as young as 2. They're using a vaccine that was developed there in Cuba. Anything you're watching for in particular as we see toddlers getting the vaccine so quickly in another country?
Yes, Joe. Cuba is an interesting case study because they're using 2 homegrown vaccines, like you said. They are not approved by the WHO, however. So we're seeing a population age over 2 who are being vaccinated. However, we don't have enough data because these vaccines aren't being widely used. So there's a lot to consider here. And they're doing this in response to the collapsing healthcare system because of the COVID surge. And of course, to protect as many people as possible and to start in-person learning. But there's a lot to watch for here, and we'll see how this all pans out in the next coming weeks.
All right. Dr. Aditi Nerurkar, as always, thanks so much for your expertise. Appreciate it.